Did you know that Google personalizes many searches by city and Also Asked is the only tool to access live People Also Asked data at city level? Try for free at alsoasked.com.
I was going to say that SEO with Fat Joe is as peaceful as this, but then the birds are all having fights.
Tired of SEO guesswork? Quadra's AI agent goes deeper to uncover high-impact optimizations and completes hours of SEO in minutes. Get started now.
It's nice seeing you today. My name is Rasa, and I'm the co-owner and founder of an SEO agency called Bright. So firstly, why I'm here. So in the past, I worked with a few big brands you might know. One of them is Oxylabs and NordVPN. And back in the day when I worked with them, they had really small budgets and even small marketing teams. And we really need to come up with unique solutions to get those SEO results. So that's usually how I work. That's usually how I structure my work. And now we really are able to reach big results for our clients using minimal budgets. So good thing for all of you that has to come back to the office and present something to the rest of your team that you heard on brightonSEO. All these three things require basically no coding, no budget, and really small SEO knowledge. So I think at least one of those three things will be useful for you guys. So the first one is alt tag experiment. And I agree with you, HFs stole our mascot. I have 2 corgis at home, so we're sorting that out with them. So for those who don't know, alt text is just basically an HTML text on the image saying what the image is all about. And I know what you're saying. Alt tags for SaaS, usually we would recommend our clients to completely ignore those. All the SEO agencies usually give you a long list of alt tags to add. No one really does that. But in this case, I know it's cringe, but I'm only talking about one alt tag. And that is the logo one. So usually, like every normal company, IPRL is a client of ours. Their logo alt tag is just their brand name. And probably most of your businesses and websites have the same thing. So we have this idea that logo appears on every single of your page. And keyword stuffing is a thing of the past, right? But what about alt text stuffing, right? So let's try it. It basically costs us nothing. We just change one alt tag to a keyword we want to rank for. But we didn't have any specific page that we optimized for this keyword. We didn't build any backlinks with this particular anchor text. We just used this text for the logo file. And these are the results. Basically, in a couple months, with no extra effort, not doing anything else, we managed to rank for pretty commercial time with 0 budget and 5 minutes of dev time. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Even featured HFs, even though they still stole our mascot. And moving on to the next hack. So entity lifting. So last year, we went to Andrew Holland's speech. I don't know if anyone heard it. Probably not. Really liked this one. So he talked about how mass production and mass outreach of buying backlinks doesn't work anymore, and you should do digital PR. And that's all fine and well if you want to spend 25K on 5 links a month. But another thing he spoke about was entities. So just to give you a crash course of what an entity is. So it's basically a fancy way of Google matching your product item or a person to something on the internet that it can reference it for. So in our case, just to explain very simply, let's say a Mac computer will be attributed to Apple as a company, and Apple as a fruit will be attributed, obviously, to a plant, right? So we, as a agency, want to make sure our clients can get sort of related to a particular item or a service they provide. And one thing that really stood out for us that Andrew said, that you can sort of manipulate this using this tactic without even using any backlinks and convince Google that you have to be ranked for a specific term. And you only need 3 things for that. So first is your brand name, second is your product or service, and backlink is optional, which really made my heart really happy because that means we're saving money, right? So for a particular client of ours, IPRO, so they're a proxy service provider, well, their main product are residential proxies, right? So we thought, how about we use their brand name, residential proxy, or some sort of word combination of that, and just try to buy a few media outlets and see what we can do with that. So that's what we did. So the websites I'll show you, they're not very big. They're high quality websites, but we only did this experiment less than 10 times. So the first one was, we just quoted the CEO of IP Royal. Obviously, we want to get additional points for those EAT guys. Kailis is also featured on the blog of IP Royal, so we thought, why not just squeeze all the SEO juice from that one publication? In this case, we did get a backlink, but we got a backlink pointing to your homepage, because obviously that's what you get while doing digital PR. You either get a backlink to your homepage or you don't get the backlink at all. So we were happy we got a backlink pointing to your homepage, and the main actor in here is the residential proxy provider, so, right? Remember, that's the main product they're selling. We wanted to make sure Google really associates IP Royal with residential proxies. So then we did it again. Just we did it with a different person now, because we're still trying to squeeze those EAT juice, just for different author, right? But again, you see that 2 key elements that are repeating is the brand name and the product variation. So a residential proxy provider or leading residential proxy provider, right? We didn't do any more selling on these articles, no product features, nothing. And that's the last one. Again, the same person, again, a leading residential provider. And just in a few months, and keep in mind, the only backlinks we get were pointing to your homepage. These are the results. We didn't do any optimization for this particular term, no additional backlinks to your product page, and that's the results we get. And important thing to note that we ranked this specific term for our product page. Our homepage didn't budge at all for this keyword. So I think that's pretty impressive results. Also, keep in mind, we didn't spend any extra money on it. And bonus tip for all you guys that also work with affiliate websites, you can ask your affiliate friends to also do the exact same method with listicles if they buy any. Just ask them to use your product, a service or product you want to provide, and then they can get on with their commercial message. But if you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, you'll be definitely ranking for those terms, and Google will cherry pick the pages it wants to rank for them. And the last tip, customer success stories. And I don't know who works with customer success stories, but usually, especially in B2B area, it's really a pain to get any good customer review back. Customers are obviously very fast giving you a bad review, especially on Trustpilot. But on any other platforms, and a good review is so hard to get. So one day we thought, how about we solve this problem, right? So we want backlinks, and we know other B2B companies really need customer testimonials. So we just talked with our risk officer, because he had the list of all the tools. Obviously, you can just go to your shared password file of your company and export all the passwords you have, and you'll have all the list of the tools your company gets. or you can ask finance people to give you a list of the tools that your company has. Obviously, talk with your legal department, because you don't want to share everything with the world. Some of the tools that you're using, you want to keep a secret, but usually it's okay. So what comes after? So we put all those URLs, all those tools into ChatGPT, and we ask them, do these websites have a customer testimonial section? We used to have a custom script for that, but obviously AI really saves us time. Another pro tip, you can initially ask it to check whether those customer testimonial sections have a backlink pointing to your customer. That also will save you time. But by doing that, you'll have a full list of companies that your brand is already working with that you can potentially be featured in. And our results are these. So this is the company I worked for before. We reached out to Google Cloud saying we're very happy with their service. We would like to leave a customer review. If they want, they can interview us. And actually, their whole crew flew from the US to Lithuania to just take an interview. And we were very, very surprised by that. By us, we got published. And do you think we got backlink back? Yes, we did. And obviously, we tried to squeeze this one as much as possible as well. We got the EEAT points, we got C-level people featured on it, and we got the backlink pointing to the website itself. So for those who are thinking this might have been a fluke, and we only did it once, we did it again, just a different client. So again, we reached out to Google saying, we like using your particular tool. For that particular tool, they didn't come back, but a different department in Google came back, said, how about we take an interview from you guys? And in this particular case, it really worked out because they even asked the CEO to give a speech in their Google conference that happened a few weeks back. So really nice to see that happening. And do you want to guess if we got backlink back?
Yeah.
We did. And again, we also tried to squeeze those EAT points. We got one of the blog authors featured, the C-level featured, and we got a backlink back.
Got it.
And then a question I got a few weeks back, does it work in any other market apart from the US? Yes, it does. So that Jimjo, another client of ours that specializes in building websites. So we did the exact same procedure with them. So we collected the list of the tools they use, checked with ChatGPT whether those websites have a customer testimonial section, and there you go. It says that. A pro tip to you guys, before you do that, your brand has to be at least a little bit well known. Obviously, if you're doing a big bang campaign, you want to wait after, because the bigger your brand is, the faster the guys like Google will reply to you. But usually it works even with the smaller brands. For this one, it's a German company. We also got a backlink back. And for this specific case, if you remember the entity thing I showed you about, we thought we'll be a bit cheeky as well. And we put a leading user-friendly website builder in the review because we really wanted to rank for that SEM as well. So you can sort of do all the tactics, put them into one, and get free backlinks by doing that. So again, just to wrap up, all these three things hopefully you can do when you come back to your office without any development time. And if you do, please reach out to me on LinkedIn. Tell me how you managed to succeed. Tell me whether you managed to succeed any better links than Google. And if you do, I'll surely outreach to them myself. So thank you very much for your time. That was me.
Demand sphere. Limitless visual insights from the SERPs. Unlimited dashboards and users. Easy to use and easy to scale your growth to new levels.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.